Blessings to all. Hope everyone having a great day. This can be a quick but very important video. As I was finishing John, wrapping up the book of John, I read, and this stood out to me. The disciples went out to fish, and they ain't catch nothing. They ain't catch nothing. Line dry. They went out to fish that night. Let's say they went out that Friday night. They ain't catch nothing that Friday night. Zero. Probably negative. None. They went out that morning, a Saturday morning, and Jesus was there. And he told the disciples, cast your net on the right side. And so they did just as he said. They was obedient to him, and that's what they did. It was an overflow. They catch way more fish than they probably even expect to catch. It was an abundance, like crazy amount of fish. They even had to call for backup, how many fishes it was. And this the importance of listening to God, understanding that he's higher than us, understand that he can see things that we can't see. Now, if they was disobedient, they wouldn't get these blessings. And that's how life works. You can't just not listen to God and gain the things that he have for us. God wants us to be the best. We are his children. He wants the best for us. He wants to be as rich as possible, as wise as possible, as smart, as best looking as possible. But the only way these things can happen is if we're obedient to him. And to help you all understand on a deeper level, I know my spiritual gift. God gave me my spiritual gifts, and even coming up, it was made plain to me what my gift is. I have a gift of speaking. Well, that's one of my gifts. We can just speak about that specific gift. Speaking is one of my gifts. I could connect to people on a deeper level. And this is something that I realized as I grew older. My grandma would tell me this when I was younger. I had people prophesy to me and tell me this when I was younger. But as I get older, and I realized this is something that I do, not even realizing that I do it, it's just was natural. It was always my natural nature to preach, to talk to people, to teach lessons, to, help people. That's just my nature. And with that being said, with God giving me the spiritual gift, one of these spiritual gifts, I have to make this decision. Will I let it go to waste? Will I carry it to the grave, not making the best out of my potential? Or will I actually invest in myself? Will I sharpen my tools? Will I learn more? Will I become a millionaire? Will I change my life? Will I break generational curses? Will I do things that no one in my bloodline has ever did? It's possible. God already gave me the cheat sheet. He already gave me the blueprint. And I'm pretty sure he gave everybody a blueprint. We just have to continue to study God's law, build a relationship with him, and study ourselves. We can't get caught up watching other people and this and that and just purposely scrolling. We here to have a purpose. Like, we have a purpose on this earth. We ain't here to just rot away and waste time and scroll. No, we here to become something. We chosen ones. We supposed to be special. We can't fall into the traps that everyone else fallen into. You must sharpen your tools and be the best that you could possibly be. So even if you don't know what your spiritual gifts is, it's important that you find that out. And that takes time. You might already know, but dive deep within yourself. Try to read your Bible more, pray more, understand your life more and your purpose. And when you understand what you was put on this earth to do, you understand what your purpose is, and you accept it and you invest in it, everything will be more better because you're doing something you don't have to force. You ain't faking like someone that you're not. Although, you flowing, you letting everything flow, you being yourself. Everything is going to be better. People can like you for you. People can be able to appreciate you for you. But if you faking, whatever happens in the dark comes to the light, so it can show in the end. Important to take breaks away from social media. Go read a book. Go read your Bible. Journal. Take a walk in nature. Shadow work. Reflect. Ask yourself what you've been doing to hold you back from becoming the best version of you. And these may sound like simple things, but these are the things that separate regular people from great people. You see what I'm saying? It's very important that you do these simple things. Stretch. When you wake up, don't wake up and get straight on your phone. Wake up and say a prayer. Wake up and give God thanks. Wake up and read a chapter. It don't take no time. Wake up and listen to a sermon. Get your mind right. You gotta get your mind right, and everything else can follow. Whatever you think in your mind, that's what can come into life. You think negative, you can look at life negative, and everything can be negative because that's what you manifesting with your brain. Use your power, use your attention and your energy to get everything you want. Focus on God and yourself. See where you're coming from? And on the path of discovering your gift, another very important thing that you want to know is protect your gift. Protect your gift. Because when people see you valuable and people see you going places in life, they can try to take you down. And the enemy can take you down in ways you ain't even might can see coming. From people you think love you, people you think riding for you. Sometimes it be the closest one to you because they know like certain stuff about you bring out certain insecurities within they self. You see what they saying? When you shine so bright, that is wake up insecurities in people. When you doing stuff they can't do, you see what they saying? That is hurt some people, and sometimes they can try to damage you and mess you up in a lot of ways. That's why you have to be careful who you trust. You have to let God determine who sit on the left and right side of you. And I give you a good example of this. I used to be on a court, right? Court guys, and I used to come on the court with Bridget and play ball and this and that. And I always been a preacher. I know that's just me. That I like give people advice. I like help people with their problems, and I like teach knowledge because I believe in if you're around someone, you should help them grow. You all should be helping each other grow. If you're around someone and you all ain't learning nothing, you all ain't sharpening each other, making each other, become more wiser. What y'all there for? Like what y'all really get going on? But that's just me. I'd come on the court and I'd give, little wisdom, little knowledge here and there. Like every time I pull up, they'd be like, oh, but here you go with the spiritual stuff again. And you see what I say now? Basically, mock me for speaking spiritually or, always speaking about God and this and that. And that's fine. Not everyone is beyond that run. That's understandable. But don't let that discourage you. Don't let that turn you down. Don't let that make you stop doing what you know you need to do. Don't let that kill your spirit or kill your fire. Because that same thing that people mocking you for doing can be the same thing that separates you. That can be the same thing that help you elevate to the next level. And that ain't to say you following your spiritual gifts can cause you don't live out your dreams as being a basketball player. You may want to be a basketball player, football player, maybe a barber, whatever it is. But these things can also be used as tools to use your spiritual gifts. And I say that to say this. When they're on the call and you're hooping with me, it could be anything, just being around me. Anyone who been around me could tell you I always make people better versions of themselves. I always push them, challenge them to be the best versions of themselves. And I feel like that's important. Anyone who around you that truly loves you and want the best for you can push you to be the best version of yourself. They ain't gonna allow you to settle knowing that you could be greater. And that's why it's important to surround yourself with people who not only see your gift and see your, but cherish your gift, that sharpening you, that pushing you, that holding you accountable. Because otherwise, you can just fall. You are who you hang around. But that's my word for today. If I can help anyone with anything, reading your Bible, getting closer to God, or even finding your spiritual gifts, or helping you find out how to use it, let me know. But appreciate y'all for watching.